You just tuned it in. Global and worldwide. Hitting you on the one with no delay. Because it's the fighter's voice. The fighter's voice. With your fighting host, Richard-Ortiz. And the formidable co-host, Mr. Cole-Escovedo. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
And so do you, the fighter's voice, Knockout Radio, knocking out the competition here in Fresno, California. Mad Productions is in full effect. It's the official home and studio of the fighter's voice, Knockout Radio. We got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about Floyd Mayweather back in the news. We're going to be talking about November 9th and how much that means to our local fighters here in Fresno, California, and also on national TV, another local professional boxer in Fresno, California. But I'm not going to tip my hat and just give it all to you right now. Hey, we got to keep the lights on, so wait for the co-host with the most, the UFC veteran himself, the Apache-Kid, Mr. Cole-Escovedo, is going to help us pay for these bills.
What up, Rich? What's up, guys?
What's happening, my man?
Man, we'll find out. The day is young. She got a sister. So,
yeah, that's right.
First up on the sponsors list, helping us keep the lights on, guys, is Dying Breed Apparel as always. I don't have the hat or anything with me.
No, you don't?
But, and then Bobby Salazar Salsa.
Bobby Salazar's.
I'm out, by the way.
I know, we are out. Hey, you're out of town right now. I know you are, but we're out. Which means it's good and we're taking care of us.
I'm out. Also, we got Red Wave Productions. Where's your hat? Red Wave.
It's a Dodger hat.
Gallery. Oh, it's a Dodger hat. I thought
Yeah,
it was
hold up
Red
that
Wave.
sign right there.
Yeah, this guy. Okay, well, I thought I saw something with it. The Red Wave guys.
Yeah, the Red
Ink and
Wave.
Gallery. Remember, guys, it's not just skin ink, art. It's everything. Canvas. Go check them out.
Get your 10% discount.
Hot
Tell them the
dog
fighter's
parking
voice sent you. Mike's done a doll, but it's all good.
The hot dog party.
The hot dog parking.
That's what we'll call it.
Hot dog parking lot. I like that.
And then, as always, Mad Production Studios and Entertainment.
Yeah.
They're actually filming some stuff right now next door.
As we speak.
As we speak. So, you know, it's, what was it?
I don't know, that was called, not chick flick, but Ladies in the Corner.
Kitty
Cat Ladies.
Kitty Cat Talk or something like that? It's a
Kitty Talk.
Women's talk show.
Yeah, 3 women there.
Yeah.
Talking about kitty cats.
And then, who else? We got Coach B. We got the Back Cave Boxing guy.
Back
Still
Cave
keeping us
Boxing.
on. Coach
Keeping
B,
us on.
Instagram, at Coach B, 1971. Check him out, make an appointment today for the 12 Rounds Boxing guys over there. Thumbs up for Richie. The new
Promotions.
The newest joining us, Dr. Batista and Dr. Guzman, North Fresno Primary Care.
Yeah.
Remember, if you're a fighter, you got medical needs, blood work, evaluations, neuros, things like that. See them. They're familiar with CSAC stuff. They'll get you guys squared away on that.
All the time.
And then we picked up a new one too.
Yes, we did.
Mr. Miles Harris, Esquire, criminal attorney at law. This guy has got an accolade of what this guy gets. This guy does so much. So if you're in trouble, like if you're in real trouble, not just like, oh, I got caught stealing at Claire's, okay, Winona Ryder. Real charges, felony charges, heavy misdemeanor, gang charges, serious drug, violent, gun charges, things like that. Major drug charges, child custody ones, those can get real ugly too. So if you need somebody that swings, Mr. Harris, Esquire, his attorneys, they're going to take care of you guys. They're actually down here on, was it Kern Street? Yeah, it's on Kern Street. So they're downtown on Kern Street. He's got an email if you guys want to hit him up. It's Miles at, is it Miles? Miles at defendmefresno.com. So Miles at defendmefresno.com. They also have an office here at Kern Street. So check them out. They're in the yellows. I guess, does everybody use yellows anymore?
Yeah, you can use yellows, or you can use yellow text.
Guess it depends on the color of your phone?
It all depends on the color of your phone, whatever color you want. And remember, drink responsibly, don't drink and drive. That's the slogan. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you today. Our guest, I'm gonna be honest with you, he's running a little bit late. But you know what? He's out there working, he's out there grinding, so he's gonna be walking in any minute now. And that's the one and only Fresno's own Joe Louie Lopez, the Smoke Show. He's gonna let you know exactly what he got brewing. Because a lot of people were asking, hey, what's he doing now? Is he gonna fight again? Hey, I heard he's training, but he's fit and he has a plan. He has a plan for 2019. I know I was gonna say 19 something, but he's on his way here. It's okay to laugh. We got Mike from Behind the Gloves. He's on his way / the fighter's voice. He's gonna let you know between the cracks. And that's a cool kind of segment, between the cracks, because you start to think about other things, but he has that news that just falls between the cracks. I'm not talking about your international news or just your local news. He seems to have the niche for it, for finding news, and especially finding news. I'm not gonna touch on it right now, but Floyd Mayweather's in the news. We're gonna be talking about that later on. Fresno's own Marco Madman Hernandez, he is in the news, and we're gonna be talking about that and addressing that. And we want to go 4 for 4 because this show we're going to be talking about November 9th. That's Tachi Palace Fights. We can talk about all the guests that are on the show and talk about the future guests that will be coming on the show, and you, the viewers, the fans. First of all, I want to thank you guys for streaming, listening, and submitting your questions, and also subscribing to our channel. Man, we got a channel. They need to subscribe, Cole.
Yeah, they do. YouTube channel, right?
YouTube channel,
A little
man.
button.
Yeah, that little button and the website, man.
Subscribe, it's fun.
And it's okay to come on Facebook too and follow us, man.
I know it is, people are just, I don't know, you'd think the social media day and age would be a lot easier to just.
Exactly. Hey guys, you know what? I just want to put the camera on Cole right now. Because if you notice, he's all dressed up, he's all slicked up, ready to go. Because you usually see him with like a hat, BC Boy shirt, and it's all ripped right here.
Man,
or like,
that's
you know,
my jam, dude.
yeah, you know, stains from working out and stuff.
Yeah, good
But
luck.
the man is putting in work. The man is very recognized, the man is very professional, he takes care of what he takes care of. And where can they see you following today?
Following today, like when I
Yes.
leave here, well, tonight I'll be at work. I gotta go down.
I know, where's
I
the
know.
work at? Let's plug
I
that.
gotta go down to Club 1 Casino tonight.
Club 1, not Club 2, Club 1.
Club 1, it's the only casino downtown, the only best card room in the valley, that's all there is to it. I'll be down there running a Tuesday night 3K. It's actually pretty fun. It's no till Tuesday. It's actually the bounty tonight, Leslie. It's her birthday. So if you play poker and you want to come down, there's a bounty on her tonight, and it's her birthday, so she'll be having fun. It's just, she's the host, so it's a good night. It's good fun.
It is gonna be a good night. It is gonna be a good night. We're gonna have a good night. We're gonna continue to push for you guys, the viewers, the streamers, the listeners, because we do what we do for you. Every fighter has a voice, and so do you. And starting next week, we're gonna be taking phone calls, because we're finally gonna get a phone, you know, and we're paying rent here. We're gonna get a great phone. The number I'm gonna release just yet, I have one in mind, but they're gonna let us pick the number. And I'm thinking of a special number, as long as it's in the phone number, and you guys dial, you guys can be listening, you guys can be part of the show.
It's gonna have a name, right?
That's gonna
Like
have
a word.
Yeah, you know, something like a word. So the Robert Garcias of the world, who's the ring announcer for UFC, man?
Ruffer?
I'm just giving you, man. Yeah, Crawford, Bob's supposed to call in. He promised he'd call in. We spoke to him, talked to him, went down from the McGregor Habib, and we had a chance to talk to him. And very knowledgeable man, very professional man, and hey man, he's a nice guy.
He is.
I've heard different stories about it. I'm always looking at the camera at the viewers, but I don't look at the co-hosts here with the most. No, he's a nice guy, down to earth, man.
He's got, plays a lot of poker.
Yeah.
So he's heavy in that role too. He's got his ups and downs. I've heard the same things, his stories. I've had personal interactions with
Yeah.
him, but they were all positive. So my experience in that wouldn't be, I've heard stories, but I don't know. He's kind of high up there in that organization, in the industry, in the entertainment part and stuff.
Yeah.
You think UFC voices, you think of guys like him.
Yeah.
For this stuff. So it's hard for him not to have an expected self of pedestal reach. I mean, the guy
Well,
did
actually,
stuff.
he's the one who told his brother and said, hey, you don't to get ready to rumble, let's gonna patent that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all yours. You don't just say that anywhere. You get paid for that.
He was sued over that.
From the video game to the, you name it. So the man's very knowledgeable about protecting his rights.
Brand,
Branding,
self-image.
exactly. I'm the best job in the world, man. You get in the middle of the freaking cage and announce the fighter. That
Right?
doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah,
No better than that. No better than
I
that.
wonder how much his throat's insured for. It's gotta be like
And, you know, it
$500,000.
has to be,
Something silly.
because you can work that day.
Yeah, you couldn't work. You'd be
No.
out of a job, like somebody punched you in the throat or something?
Yeah, but you know what? Eagle will heal you really quick because you're gonna go on.
Yes,
The
man.
big pay-per-view fights, you're gonna go on. I don't know if I'll take the 500K or the, yeah. I don't know. That's a good one right there.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna pay-per-view, do you wanna take the money or do you wanna take the percentage?
Hey, man, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
That's just true.
And that was told to me by Ali Setback right there, who gave me the nickname The Only Voice. Ali, I'm waiting to get you on the show. I reached out to you. You said he would do the show, so we're waiting. The viewers, the listeners, man, we just gotta go to town because he's one of the best at what he does, and that's social media up and down. And he actually has a team, man. And the man's just been grinding, and he can tell his side of the story and how he started with the Lakers and how he started just pursuing and pushing, man. And actually, his former manager agent is Aaron, the guy who puts on the Grizzly Fest.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a big one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a big event.
No, it is a big event, but that used to be his manager. Aaron used to represent him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So listen, Rick Meridian back in the news. Every time you put on social media, he's out there hustling, he's out there busting, and he makes all the haters start cussing. And that's just the way it is, man. We give you props, man. We got a chair for you, Rick. I'm gonna invite you to the show really soon. Gotta get you on the show. That way you can let everybody know. You can probably give a class on promotions 1A, you know, because I know there's a lot of promoters out here. They're trying to make it happen, but you wrote the blueprint, but you didn't give away all the secrets. You gave some of the salt, but you kept some of the pepper for yourself, and I can respect that. You understand what I'm saying? Mr. Rick Meridian, he's getting ready to dump some news soon on the future of Jose Ramirez's second title defense. Is it gonna be in Fresno? Is it gonna be in Las Vegas? Is it gonna be in New York? Who's the opponent gonna be? Broner? Pac-Man? Regis? I mean, who knows? Only Rick knows, and we'll bring him on the show. I actually reached out to Jose's brother today. Crack guy, I haven't talked to him in a while. I said, how's everything going? And I don't want to ask that question, hey, when's they going to fight?
Yeah.
Because we have a different relationship where we actually talk. And he wanted to come on here one time and put together some dream matches and kind of debate on some boxing. Friendly debate. Not kind of, okay, I know more than you do, but actually friendly debate. Like, who could win, like, between the 80s fighter, Sugar Ray Leonard, how would he do against, you know, Pernell Whitaker, like Pernell Whitaker or even Floyd Mayweather. Now, I keep saying the name Floyd Mayweather. Maybe there's 150 million reasons why I keep saying it, because that's what I'm hearing. I mean, which is absolutely crazy, but I'm not mad at him, I understand.
No, I mean, you can't be mad at the guy,
You were right, there is not gonna be no Habib.
Yeah.
Why go to Habib for whatever million when this guy's coming up, but we're gonna talk about it and address that on Cole's beatdown.
Not a lot.
Cole's beatdown. And we're gonna have a special show during the holiday where everybody from the Fighters Voice team is gonna sit there in that chair, so you get to know exactly what's taking place behind the scenes, exactly what they do, what they're contributing to the show. And listen, I'm not gonna bore you, don't start turning everything off, because there's a lot of talented on the team, a lot of talented people on the team that are actors, that are stuntmen, that are, gosh, what is she again? Oh yeah, matchmakers, female matchmakers, hustlers, busters. And when I say busters, it's because they bust down the program and they tear it up where, you no longer want any part of it, because, it's just passed you by. Because there's only two things that can happen. You either want to be on the team or you just want to quit. So never quit, and we'll welcome you on the team, the VIP team that is. There's a lot of segments out there, a lot of streams out there, and a lot of shows out there. We're just a little different than the rest. We didn't say we were better, but we're damn different than the rest. And we got 55 seconds, Cole. Take us into commercial, man, and maybe our guest will get his butt down here. But I know you wanted to talk about something real serious, man. I did not bring the Bobby Salazar salsa. That is my bad. It's in the Uleta, it's in the freezer, it's in the refrigerator.
When I start coming down the street, I'm starting.
I'm gonna bring it to you tomorrow, man. I
salsa.
promise. Hey, that salsa is good. It is good. I gave some to a teacher today, man, and he was just freaking living, man. Yeah, I just wanted to give him the salsa and him leave, but he was talking to me about 5, 10 minutes and 15, and before you know it, how do you mix salsa? And he was talking about mixing it in with beer. I know chips, but okay, whatever floats your boat, man.
I've never tried that. I don't really drink. So
no, I know. Cole don't drink at all, so I don't even know why I mentioned. Cole does not drink at all. He barely drinks water. Richard Goodman doesn't drink either. The man is alcohol-free. I've seen it live. He does not drink alcohol. I've been there. Listen, we're going to take a commercial break, come back right here on The Fighter's Voice. We're knocking out the competition, and we're knocking out the viewers, because you're part of The Fighter's Voice team. We'll be coming right back. Richard-Ortiz, co-host, Cole-Escovedo.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with The Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
Hi, Richard-Ortiz here, your official voice of The Fighter's Voice. And whenever I'm watching a fight or just relaxing, Bobby Salazar's. Either this left one here or this right one here, you cannot go wrong. Whenever I want to kick back and relax and watch a fight or just something on TV or just relax, it's Bobby Salazar's. Or even the knockout salsa itself. Jose Ramirez, knockout Bobby Salazar's salsa, because it's very hot and it's hot with that green bell. Just like this green salsa right here. This is the official salsa of The Fighter's Voice, Bobby Salazar's.
I'm Bob Arum, and I'm with The Fighter's Voice.
My name is Andre Ward.
Knocking out the competition.
Fighter's Voice!
The Fighter's Voice.
Yes, when I knock them out the competition, that's right, bring them on and you will get knocked out. Especially, you'll get beat down. This next segment is a special segment. It talks about everything happening in the MMA world. From fighting, from lying, from cheating, from stealing, from not passing your drug test. Everybody's on steroids. Out of the Nate Diaz, I would say. Enough said, it's time for Cole's beatdown.
Stay strong, fight fans. Hold your breath no longer. It's time for Cole's Beatdown, where someone always gets knocked the fuck out.
I like that, man.
That should be a t-shirt.
It should.
It should be a meme, a bumper sticker.
There you go.
I wouldn't say I necessarily agree, but I wouldn't say I 100% disagree either. It's a massive problem.
It is, especially local events, small events that don't.
Dude, even higher.
Well,
It's a problem. It's
been
a problem
proven.
from your farm league all the way up to your
It's been proven.
But anyway, that's an entirely different topic. But so on the beatdown, let's cover a couple things. This week we got some upcoming. So this weekend we've got the Korean Zombie versus Yair Rodriguez.
That's gonna be
That's
fire,
going to be on
brother.
the UFC Fight Night. That's going to be FS1
fire.
card. Remember, it's not a pay-per-view. It's an FS1 card. If you want to watch it, you gotta watch it on TV.
Or record it.
FS1. Or record it. DVR it. That's what they're for. Donald Cerrone, he's back. I was a little anxious to see when he's
Yeah.
going to be fighting again.
Did you find a heavyweight this time? or
No, he's fighting Mike Perry. I think it's going to be like 155, 160.
Okay.
But then another name, this is like the card of names I haven't heard in a while. And then Joseph Benavides, Joe B, he's fighting
Oh,
again.
wow, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be at 125 versus Mr. Borg. Borg's got a couple wins there, so he's kind of coming up in the 125. I would think you're either going to see a phasing out of the 125s or you're going to see an increase in fights. One of the two is going to happen. They got to start replacing.
Why is that?
Well, they've
Because
got
of-
DJ. Maybe they've got.
He was according to the money fight?
Yeah, I would say as far as that organization went and the weight class went, he was the pretty much probably one of the only who was really bringing in pay-per-view dollars.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a lot, but it was compared to some
Somebody
of the
wanted,
peers.
they wanted to be the first to slay the giant, so to speak?
No, it just you have to. If you're the UFC, you have to.
Okay.
You either have to dissolve the organization or you have to start finding your next potential brand or champion to be there. They're either going to brand Cejudo and put promotion in him, which I've heard zero about. Like, how is he just picked up about how they're not. He's not doing anything. Like, how is he not?
Go to Mexico or something.
Not, I mean, like, there should
No,
be
really?
something,
Right.
yeah. Like a appreciation day, a celebration day, something
Yeah.
for the belt to promote the market down there.
Do
But
something, help find a Cinco de Mayo in September.
no, wow. I was saying, speaking of Spanish fighting, though, what's happening? Is it this weekend?
On what?
The combat at Save Mart? Is it this weekend?
Ooh, that's in December.
Is it December? Okay,
December
I was
7th.
thought, okay, but that's at Save Mart Center still, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that okay? We'll talk about that another time. But I make sure. I remember reading about that. I actually saw a
You know,
Facebook post.
those
about it.
people reached out to me, man, and they were so kind and professional. And at the end of the day, I mean, we're neighborly. I mean, everybody wants promotions, but I love their approach.
It's an approach.
Yeah, it's great. I love it, and that's what we're here for.
And then what else we got? Oh, this last weekend. Oh, the couple of upsets. DC's win over Lewis. Nobody really seemed surprised. I've seen some of the interviews lately from Lewis. I don't know if he's really just like that or if he thinks that's the personality angle that everyone's going to want him to go with, but he's shooting himself in the foot right now. I don't know what he's thinking or if he's just like, I got my money, I'm out. Screw it.
It's okay to swim, don't drown yourself.
Yeah, and that exactly. Like at first being a little bit different and
Yeah.
nonchalant, everybody loved that about him. They're like, oh dude, he really doesn't care, he's not taking it serious, this is not be all to him.
Let it be a character, don't let it be career suicide.
Yeah, and that's kind of where it's teetering to. I've seen
Yeah.
some of the interviews like, I'm tired of y'all. It's like, dude, what are you doing then, stupid?
Yeah.
Like, if you hate making money that bad,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Because that's what you're doing at that point.
Yeah.
You're basically saying, when it's,
Bro, you just fought for the heavyweight championship in the world and you lost. There's no shame in that.
yeah, exactly. Oh, but these are like pre-fight interviews,
Yeah.
pre-event and fight interviews. I'm just like, this isn't like this, you're taking that character approach way too far, and now
Yeah.
you're making it stupid. Now you're making it seem like you're just an ass. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Easy win for DC, we kind of expected that, everyone thought.
I've always thought that right hand, I'm gonna be there, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, I mean, out of the puncher's chance, I always like the puncher's chance.
Yeah, no,
but-
DC had way more than a puncher's chance.
Oh,
I was just really
I
thinking.
know, I was talking about Big Dude on
No,
DC.
Lewis?
Yeah.
Puncher's chance, yeah, but I just thought maybe his cardio.
Skill set, no.
Yeah, skill set now, for sure. Who else? Oh, the Jacare knockout over Weidman. That was insane.
Man,
I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that. I don't think Chris did either.
Man.
I definitely did not see that. I expected Jacare to just, yeah. I tell you, to just stalk him into a corner and then get him down and just be like, I'm gonna do a really cool submission on you tonight.
Yeah.
Like that's what I expected. I expected it's like a twister or some neck crank, something goofy, some inverted anaconda or something that was just gonna work well against a wrestler or something. But
That
no.
division on any given, that particular division on any given day, they're beating each other.
Yeah,
I mean, really, they are.
That weight class has started to go like
Yeah,
this.
it really
Ever
is.
since kind of GSP kind of left, it's just kind of started going.
I am dark in my head.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
but we were talking about Mayweather earlier.
Who?
Mayweather.
Wait, who?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I would have said like a month ago when we were talking
Yeah.
about the Khabib thing. But yeah, like you said earlier, the Khabib fight's not fighting.
No.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
Like I said, that's not gonna happen. Risen apparently over in Japan though is gonna pay him buttloads of money. And I saw a picture of him wearing both their gloves. And they were talking about some weird MMA rules. They haven't announced them yet. I don't think they're gonna announce them anytime soon. But it's gonna be something goofy, dude. It's gonna be like no kicks, or it'll be like no takedowns.
Only Mayweather can kick.
Something stupid like that.
Right.
Like Mayweather gets a knife and just
Yeah.
no, it'll probably end up, we'll see something modified like no, it'll just be like no kick. They'll call it a kickboxing match or a boxing exhibition or something, or maybe they'll call it an MMA fight, but it won't be an MMA fight. It'll be a kickboxing thing. It'll be something with like
Toaster?
yeah, it'll be something with no kicks or limited kicks, no takedowns, no elbows, no knees. It'll be something
Is
simple.
boxing ask for smaller gloves?
I think so.
You may get tagged.
He won't get tagged.
I see a hand being raised right now. Oh, okay, yeah.
4-ounce gloves.
Yeah, they're gonna be 4 ounces. That's like that. Yeah, he's gonna get. But that's what I'm saying to you.
And see, but he has hand problems too, man.
It's just so hard to take any fight over there seriously anymore. It just really is. When you get like, there's real fights like Fabiano Fiana. He's gonna fight for one. Fabiano, he's always been a great. Fabiano, is that how you pronounce his name? Fabiano, he's a little guy.
Fabio?
No.
Have another dream again, man?
But it's like a Fabricio Bibiano or something
Yeah,
like that. It's,
I know what you're
he's the
going
little guy out there, so it's like that you take seriously. But when you get fights like this, like circus sideshow type fights,
Here's my thing. The youngster, the 20-year-old, is 122 pounds. Mayweather's 147. Say he does make 140. I mean, is this kid
that's
gonna move?
assuming, that's assuming what he walks around. That's assuming you know what he walks around in.
Man, I mean,
That kid probably walks around like 35, 40.
so it's catch weight, man.
Yeah, same thing we saw when we saw Diaz and McGregor fight the first time. It was a difference in weight a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be so hinky, dude, that I don't even know how to take it seriously.
You know, New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this is their New Year's Eve
Is
card?
it real?
I would be very.
Well, the money's real.
100
Well,
million.
yeah, the money's real, but you're paying.
I heard it's 150 mil.
Remember, you're not buying. Let's look at the.
Okay, it's for the money, but let's get a
You're
picture.
not buying it for the skill set. That's not what you're paying 150 million for. You're paying 150 million for the entertainment value that you get from that fight.
Curiosity.
And he has such an ability to brand himself over there. He's already done it in the past with boxing fights. So he has such a huge following already in Asia and Japan and stuff that it'll pay for itself. They'll probably sell, where's it gonna be, Saitama Arena or something like that? Is it Saitama? That's like, what, 17,000 seats or something,
I
20,000?
think they're gonna
like that?
expand it.
And
How
see,
many?
They're gonna expand it, I believe.
Oh, yeah, so you're looking at like 20,000+ seats, dude, and they will pay. Those I've followed them before. They sell those places out, man.
Mike just walked in the car. Mike, next time, can I bring Michelle with you?
She's in England.
Is she?
Yeah, she's back for USIC. and
Okay, well, we'll get all the in-depth when Mike takes the chair.
Oh, I must have missed out on something.
Oh, yeah, you did.
But with that particular fight, I think it's, there's a lot of
Michelle Phelps.
entertainment fights over
Michelle
there?
Phelps.
Michelle Phelps. Okay. There's a lot of
Hard worker.
entertainment fights over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
entertainment fights.
That
They're
6'8"
fights,
girl.
but they're predetermined. So I don't, if that fight does come to fruition, which they have the money to make it happen. If you went, let me put it this way. Mayweather would not have gone out there and done that little production promotion thing if the ink wasn't already dry.
That, and he knew he was gonna fight in December, because he talked about the Pacquiao fight in December. He talked about other fights in December.
He was just trying to build up an interest for, does anybody care about seeing him fight at the end of the year? Now they had their answer. Okay, so what do we want to use him in? You know what I mean? Like, we know they're watched.
One thing I did trip out on when he came in, he's almost clean cut and ready to go. He looked like he just got done working out, so he's probably in camp, because he had his fight goatee on, it was kind
Probably.
of just like.
Like I
he was
said,
come over here.
him being there was enough for me to take it serious. Like, I know what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but the question is, what's gonna happen? Like, they're being real hush-hush about the rules. Is it gonna be a kickboxing match with modified rules? Is it gonna be an MMA fight? Like, is it gonna be an MMA fight in a ring with no
Okay,
takedowns?
it's gonna be kickboxing, right? But the other guy can kick, but he just can't land.
I really think at the end of the day, you're gonna see those little 4-ounce gloves,
Yeah.
and you're gonna see it in like a MMA ring. That's
Yeah.
what they use over there, usually is a ring. But you're gonna see like no takedowns, no elbows, no knees. It'll be punches and kicks only, but with MMA gloves in a ring. Like, mark my words, I'm almost willing to bet that's what we'll see. It'll be something modified like that, so that he still has a massive advantage.
He just wants to say he walked in the cage.
And that's what he really wants, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll see, a circular ring.
Yeah.
Just so he can say, oh, I got in the cage. Shut
Yeah.
up, no you didn't.
Yeah.
So, like I said, him being there tells me it's gonna happen.
How much you weigh?
55, 16.
Did you fight him?
Dude, that's like asking me, do I ever want to work another day in my life? You're asking me for that opportunity.
And he says, you want to call, I'm only gonna give you 1.5.
Cool.
Let's
Right?
do it.
Cool. What are we gonna do? My question
Yeah.
wouldn't be like how much, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna get paid.
Yeah.
It would be, what are we gonna do? Is it
Yeah.
just be boxing? What's it gonna do? Like, I want to get brushed up.
Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
would, same question people used to ask me, would you fight Fedor? Sure, dude, if the price is right. And I'll even put on a show. I'll try to bang him once or
Get him
twice.
out of there.
Like, he's gonna hit me and knock me out. Like, that's the same thing with, like, the Jones. When I give my opinion on Jones.
Yeah, he's going, I know you'll beat me
He's
up.
he'll beat my butt, of course. I don't care. That's not the point. The
Yeah.
point is, though, I can say something that he knows and will never be able to deny.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity wasted.
Yeah.
So, but the whole thing with Mayweather, it's gonna happen. What is gonna happen is still the big question.
Exactly.
So, I'm thinking small gloves in the cage, no takedowns, knees or elbows, and it'll still give him the advantage. It'll be like the headlining fight for that card.
What if he gets knocked out?
I will be
4 ounce
so
gloves.
happy.
4 ounce gloves.
So happy.
The advantage,
Maybe
is
it's
the advantage is to the other guy.
Maybe
and
the-
I'm going to say this
weight class difference.
because of the 4 ounce gloves.
True. And
4 ounce
he's a
gloves.
fast little guy too.
4 ounce gloves.
I don't know, dude. Because here's the thing. Again, Mayweather wouldn't have taken the fight unless he knew there was something in it. They told him,
Yeah.
dude, the house advantage is so good for you on this. Like,
Yeah.
maybe the guy's gonna fight at whatever he can make.
Did you see what I
Mayweather just
posted?
has to come down.
Rush Hour 4?
Oh, dude, yeah, that was hilarious.
That was
Still, the
cool.
picture was hilarious, dude. But
That was
it'll
cool.
happen. What exactly will happen is what I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
I'm on board. It's gonna happen. I think it's a
Right.
joke. But somebody over there saw dollar signs and said, hey, let's get him before he really decides that he's done doing combat sports. 'Cause this isn't a boxing fight.
No.
This is a combat sport area. Now Mayweather's realized, oh, I can do combat sports here and there now and still make a buttload of money. Why not? That's like telling a quarterback, you're not first string anymore, you're second string. And what's a second string guy like me? 26 million a year? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that for 3 or 4 years.
Good. I'll hold the clipboard in the hat.
Yeah, it was the Brett Favre thing. Just go
Yeah.
keep doing something backwards. We'll just keep paying you, bro,
Yeah.
until forever. And then like, okay, yeah, cool.
That's cool.
Dude,
Right there.
third string makes like $1.5 million.
Hey, man, you know what? Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that all day long.
Show up for practice and you get
All
$1.5
day
million.
long,
Done.
All day long. All
Done.
day long. All day long. So did you tell everybody about the Tachi Palace fights?
I have not.
Oh, my bad. We keep talking about Mayweather. Mayweather's loving it because he's watching the
I'm just
podcast
so
right now.
confused.
Mayweather's watching the fighters voice and he's going, Richard, keep talking about me, man.
I'm just
I know you're talking about
I'm
it.
just
Keep
so
talking
confused
about
about it. Like, I mean, it's clearly money, but I would love to see who came up with the idea and approached it, and came up with the dollar amount, and a game plan that makes it beneficial to him
Okay,
besides the
I'm
money.
thinking they approached him.
Of course they approached it.
They approached him.
Of course they did.
So,
But the game plan that says, look, you're gonna make X amount of millions,
yeah.
X amount of millions here, and we didn't set it up so that by these rules, you're still gonna have a really good chance to win.
Yeah.
And if you, here's the thing, here's the kicker, here's the kicker, here's the kicker. If he loses, like you said,
Yeah.
if,
Yeah.
it wasn't a boxing fight, baby. You
Yeah.
can't touch my 15-0, like that's how it'll still be.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be a boxing fight.
That's right.
It's not gonna be a boxing fight. It'll be a modified
Well, it's not.
MMA fight.
4 ounce gloves.
Exactly. It's gonna be a modified MMA fight. So it's all win-win for him. You don't risk your boxing
gonna win,
match,
I'll
it's
lose.
money, and if you lose, so what? Dude, you went over to the land of the rising sun and you took on something
right.
new. It's like,
That's right.
okay, they're gonna make entertainment out of it for forever. And it makes sense. The fight itself is just confusing. It's like, I would really like to see Mayweather fight dangerous people.
I honestly, in this fight, and I'll talk about it, and it hasn't really been really addressed, I don't think Mayweather's gonna be able to keep the pace of this little guy. This guy is a fire plug, man. I mean, he is just really stamina. All the
Again,
times
with
undefeated.
the rules.
Yeah.
The rules are
4
gonna make
ounce
the
glove.
difference. And
4 ounce
no
gloves.
takedowns, no knees, no elbows. If that ends up being something goofy like that, that takes away a lot. And now it's a boxing match with some kicks. Mayweather won't even have to really worry about the kicks. Every time he kicks, bah! So,
There you go. There was there. There was there. Speaking of kicks, I know there'll be some kicks this Friday. Talk about that.
I know Tachi Kyle's fights right now. We got Evan Solario fighting on that card.
And Stellario, the pet bull is back.
That bull's back, baby. He looks so ready. I saw
Oh,
him
dude,
post
yeah,
earlier.
dude, he's freaking shredded.
Yeah.
Big old freaking Richard-Ortiz head. I mean, he's just freaking chiseled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, Evan. Oh, yeah, Evan, you gotta come back after you get the KO victory. You're coming right back to the show, man. Evan, class act, man.
Right? I'm telling you.
Knocking
So,
people out, saving lives. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's a police officer.
once he takes off the gloves, he's gonna put the badge on.
Yeah, he does.
It's physical choice all day for that guy, dude.
dude.
He likes the action, man.
No, I mean, not
He likes-
Evan, I'm talking about his opponent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, dude, because here's the thing. I've always said it, as a fighter who has a full-time job, bills paid, things like that.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with, oh, I need to make money, like, I need to
No.
make quick money. No, it's
No.
just, I want to fight. So he's doing something
Yeah.
that he wanted to do because
Yeah.
it was fun for him.
That's
Dude,
the cherry on top.
dangerous, bro.
That's the cherry on top.
It's dangerous. It's
That's
so
the-
dangerous. Your
That's the
mindset's so
cherry on
different.
top. That's the cherry on top. Do you mind? Can I take this call?
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's gonna be a good one.
Hey, what's up, Joe? Hey. Okay, I'm gonna send somebody out with a Raider hat. But Fight Academy.
No.
behind
I'm
it.
gonna send somebody out here. Can you go bring Joe inside?
All right.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm gonna send somebody out there wearing a Raider hat. Okay? I'll bring you in. All right, bye. That's when we do things here on the Fighters Voice. We keep it real, man. Our guest just called. We took the call for you guys. He's on his way over here. But he said he was at some fight academy, so I don't know where that's at.
That might have said something Academy out front of one.
Oh, did it?
But
Massage parlor. It was massage parlor.
speaking of circuses, the Mayweather thing, they had the circus. Remember the Askren trade with
Yeah.
little guy Mayweather?
Yes.
I think they might have found him an opponent. Dana White said that they were working on getting him and Lawler on deck for like UFC 233 or something like that, like a couple from now.
Okay.
So they're trying to narrow down people who will fight him, and dude, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, that would be a good fight.
Lawler to knock his teeth into his friend's belly.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
That's
Because
a real good fight.
Askren will bang a little bit, enough to implement his. Here's the thing. He may say, oh, my striking's so good. Dude, stop. You're a wrestler. Your pedigree of wrestling's a lot higher than your average fighter nowadays and stuff. It's just way better. You can implement it. So just be honest with that. Go with that. Own it. Don't be like, oh, no, dude, you're not going to lock Lawler out, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe if he's on his way down and you catch him on a bad day, but that's about it, dude. He's going to put knuckles on chin and you're going to go sleep. Just bring him down.
Lawler's thinking,
you know?
dude,
No.
Because Lawler's thinking, I'm not representing just myself, I'm representing all of UFC.
Yeah,
How
UFC,
dare you come over here
organization,
and freaking try to, yes,
Yeah. And you
Not
got a bigger
okay.
too. If you're asking, you're thinking,
No.
man, they're going to feed me to a
I
wolf
know Laura
right
took that
away.
fight right away, saying,
Oh,
you know what,
yeah.
I'll take it right now, I'm back in the mix.
They probably had a list of wolves that they were just like, who's
And the
first?
drive is that, oh,
Mm.
you're about to make it go, what, man, I want to see that first round, oh my gosh, that's gonna be
How
awesome.
many zeros?
Oh, you know who else? Rumble Johnson, he's talking about coming back, I
Yeah.
don't know if you caught that.
Anthony Rumble's
Yes.
talking about coming back too.
Talk to us about that. At a
It's
different
just-
weight, I'm hearing.
Yeah, he probably thought it and said, probably sat with a nutritionist coach and said, hey, even outside of fighting, just working out, lifting weights, running, cardio, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Probably said, hey, at this weight, with this diet plan, like I feel a lot stronger. I feel healthier. Where your workouts are is kind of where you need to be focusing on your weight classes at, because you gotta remember, if you can walk around, that's what I'm not saying I was the best 45er, but back then, one of the advantages I have was that I walked around really close to that weight.
Okay.
I didn't have to really cut.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, so your cut wasn't that bad.
I never even cut.
Oscar De La Hoya said a true professional walks around at 5 pounds over his weight.
Water weight.
Yeah.
Water weight. That way your weight is all muscle. It's no illusionary fat that you're carrying or nothing. It's, you're 155 pounds. 153 of that is probably muscle. So
Exactly.
that's how it has to be. So you're always at that fight weight.
Yeah.
Bob Cook used to say, train at what you're gonna fight at.
Exactly.
If you're gonna fight at 155, train at 155.
There you go, man.
If you're not,
Better
why
man.
are you doing it? Because it's gonna be such a different feeling that night. We saw the example with Conor.
Yeah, you did in the layout. Oh, yeah, when you moved up to 170.
When he moved up to 170.
Yeah.
But then the second time, he was a lot bigger.
He put it on a little
He
different.
moved it on. He adjusted the foot movement to carry the weight differently. It's a lot of people say, well, he had a whole fight camp before that. 2 months. Yeah, but dude, when you're fighting at different weights, you move differently.
Okay, I'll talk about that, and I'll move on. Yeah, he had a whole fight camp, but yet he found out, okay, I'm gonna cut now. Okay, yeah, let me eat a little more. So it changed up everything. It changed up his eating habits. It changed up everything about him. It changed up the way he handled himself. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he got kind of lazy because he didn't have to run as much, he didn't have to cut as much. And, you know.
I don't know if that was
it is.
necessarily it. I think it was just carrying that weight. Remember, you gotta carry the oxygen from your lungs to your
Right.
blood vessels. That's what's feeding the muscle. If you're not getting that oxygen there enough, that's where you're gonna lose.
Remember that, okay? Because, you know, Smokes was just walking right now, and I'm talking about that. A bigger man does not necessarily have a lot of oxygen in him.
Exactly.
And we're gonna talk about taking on a bigger man.
You have to
possibly in the
practice
show.
that.
Yeah.
You have to practice that flow, like getting your body used to
Exactly.
opening the blood vessels, opening up the capillaries, feeding that oxygen. Because now you're taking, it's like you're taking a V6,
Yeah.
taking out that engine, putting a V8 in it, and everything else is the same. Air intake, exhaust, fuel system management, all that stuff. But the V8 is demanding so much more from it. And the little V6 stuff is just going, I can't do it, I'm trying.
Yeah, you can't be
You
pushed
have to
anymore.
replace everything.
Exactly,
So.
exactly. Check your clock, man. I don't want you to win up your first day.
Yeah, no, man, you have to take that time.
Commercial.
That's all time. Now that Joe's here, man, that's perfect
Hey,
timing,
it's time
baby.
for us to get the hell out of here. We're gonna take a commercial break, come right back here at the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio. Enough said, we're knocking out the competition. You wanna come and bang with us, you'll just get knocked out. Cause anybody around here is not touching the Fighter's Voice. You can be around it, be a fan. I'll get you a shirt. You want a shirt? I'll get you a good size, double size, you know, whatever you need. We're knocking out the competition. Richard-Ortiz, Cole-Escovedo. Go, get the hell out of here, go make that money. We got Smoke in the house. We got Big Mike in the house, who writes from behind the gloves / the Fighter's Voice. Go right back to commercial break. Richard-Ortiz, thumbs up, Richie.
I'm Bob Arum, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
My name is Andre Ward.
Knocking out the competition.
Fighters Voice!
The Fighter's Voice.
Hey guys, it's Cole Train from the Fighter's Voice. Don't forget, if you want to grab yourself a t-shirt, we're giving these away for $25 a piece. Front, back, not going to get just a front logo. This is nice, guys. I'm telling you, 25 bucks. Go to our website today. You'll be able to pick one out. You support the show, you support the fans, you support the fighters, and you help show your voice by showing support for the Fighter's Voice, guys. Pick up a t-shirt today.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Fighter's Voice here at Mad Production Studio, Fresno, California, the home, the base, the bedroom of the one and only, the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio. We got the Smoke Show joining us here in Fresno, California, and let everybody know what he's up to, what he got going on, what he's doing, and what the future holds. We also got Big Mike right here, writer, networking with Behind the Gloves with the beautiful Michelle Phelps / the Fighter's Voice. So you know what, he writes for Behind the Gloves and also the Fighter's Voice. Welcome to the show, Mike.
What's up?
What's happening, man?
Not much.
What's up, Smoke? So you got lost? It was dark or what?
Yeah, it was a little dark out there.
There's Mike right there making you
Okay,
red.
my bad. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick right now, so.
Oh, no, stay over there.
I'm getting over it, but yeah, no, my voice is messed up. And then I've been coaching a flag football team this weekend. They had a tournament, so my voice just went out from being sick and that.
Oh, well, I appreciate you on the show, except I better not walk away 6. I got plans Friday, man. Gonna go cover Evan Solaro November 9th, man.
Yeah, it's a big one coming up.
Yes. Actually, the coach just left on, you meant the beatdown on the coach train. We talked about Evan Solaro being on November 9th at Tachi Palace, but also, I don't know if you're familiar with the Avalos brothers. You got Jose Avalos and you got Chris, the Landshark Avalos. Chris will be making his professional debut as far as MMA, and we also got the young Anthony Aguilar. He was on the show the other day, and he was talking about actually a beatdown he put on somebody in the parking lot when he was trying to leave Eaton. It was a great story, great podcast. He said even dad joined in, mom came in and knocked somebody out, Dion came in, he said the whole familia. And I'm saying if you're Mexican, that's the way it goes down, especially if you steak someone else's tortilla. You know about that. I'm like, shoot.
Don't mess with no food, man.
No, don't mess with no food. Mike, I know you're here. I know you got some information for us, but right now I want to hear from the Smoke, man, because everybody wants to know. I've been getting messages. What are you doing next? When are you going to fight again? Are you going to fight again? Are you going to Fresno? I've been hearing that you're going to move this way. Who's your trainer? Let everybody know, man.
Well, for the past year since I took my last L, I just been getting myself together, getting my life right, training. Not so much just staying away from boxing, not because I don't want to do boxing, but just to give myself a break, to reset and get my life right. And so, and kind of do the things that I want to do. Because, you know, as a fighter, you kind of got to watch your way, and there's certain things you can't do. And so recently I came back in contact with Coach B.
Okay.
And so I've been working with him and Sean Shakilian. I hope I said his last name.
No, you're close. Sean is a strong dude, man.
Oh, he's a dude. That's my
That
dude
dude's a
right there.
beast.
So I've been working with them, and I've been in the back cave with Evan, him, and Lewis. I've been in there with Lewis.
Yeah, big heavyweight.
So I've been in there with them, just helping them out a little bit. Like not recently though. Recently, Coach B's stepping back a little bit, and he's going to finish off with Lewis on his career.
Yeah.
And he got promoted at work, so it's going to be hard for him to take
Sergeant Williams, right?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
And I'm very proud of him, and that's something he always wanted.
Yeah.
And so
he was on the show about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he talked about you recently.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so he's gonna have to.
Said you owe him with steak, man. That's what he said. He did. And then he goes, among other things, but I won't get into detail. So it's all good, man.
Yeah. And so he's taking a step back. And so from there, I'm gonna be still working in his gym, but moving on to probably another trainer soon. It might be Shant. It might be Shant might be able to do it full time, and it might be someone else here in the Valley. But I'm gonna be staying in Fresno this time.
There you go, man. Yeah, because you were on the Andre Ward's camp, and
I was up there with Virgil, and I was up there with Virgil and Coach Rio.
Yeah. So you want to finish? I don't want to use the term finish off your career, but you love it now. I mean, you love it again. You took a break from it. It's almost like a relationship, like a girlfriend. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to use that analogy. Like a girlfriend, and then you realize that you miss her or you want to start all over, or somebody approaches you and say, I'm not ready for a relationship now. I got to get my head straight. Well, your relationship, you're now ready for boxing.
Yeah.
Your second coming to boxing.
Yeah, and sometimes you need a break from things. Even my sport is really football. I love football. even when I played football, I played since the age of 14 all the way up to 23. And I even need that. You get tired of that too. You get tired of everything. Everything you love, you get tired of it. So boxing, really though, the business, I got tired of it, and it wore Coach B down too. It wore everyone that was on my team down. Just a lot of the politics and everything coming in. The bigger you got, the more that not so much responsibility, but just more was placed on you to. There's just a lot of things that go into. There's just a lot of politics going to it, and it wears you down, and it makes you not want to be a part of the sport.
This business is grotesque.
Mm-hmm.
It's disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, every bad word in there, but you love it. I love it. It's a hurtful business. There's no friends in this business. There's acquaintances. There's business partners. But I've worked with friends that I've had dinner. I don't even want to go there. I've had dinner with them, and they walk around with a knife. But it's okay because I have tough skin. I'm prepared, and I was actually mentally prepared about this business from Pete Lopes. He prepared me for this business before, but I think since then I've closed the gap on just experiencing it myself. So, but it is a hard business to deal with, man. And for you to want to come back and get that love again, I feel sorry for your opponent, man, because that's the second coming, man.
Yeah.
With all the knowledge that you have now, as if to say, I wish I would have known what I've known now. Well, the time is now. The time is now for the smoke show. And now listen, I know there's some opponents out there that may be around the area or they may not be, man, but I mean, Fresno can't wait to see the smoke show again. I want to see you on an event, whether it's in Fresno, whether it's in Stockton, whether it's in Sacramento, whether it's in LA, Riverside. Stay close to the area if you can, man, because you bring in the tickets and we just got to, make sure. When I say we, man, because I'm on the smoke show team, man, officially. I went looking for my Lopez shirt, man, but I'm thinking, man, what'd I do with it? Because I know I bought a brand new one. I put it in Richie's room. So I was in a rocket today, man. I just couldn't find my stuff. So I need some, man. I know you got some smoke stuff smoking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to rocket.
No, yeah, I got some at home, but then I got to link back up with Big Al, and get some more shirts made.
Big Al, man. Big Al Entertainment. That's Al Perez. I'm going to give you a free plug. Al Perez, formerly of Main Events. What's the new gym called, man? Oh, you don't know what it's called? I know he named it something, man. Something about the area that he's at. Yeah, in Selma or Sanger. He's trying to do something right there.
Okay.
So I'm going to see you Friday when I see you because I need a deal on some shirts, my man. So we got to talk soon. And also I need a deal on those tortillas because the last times you sold me those ones, they were kind of raw, bro. I'm just letting you know. I'm looking right in the camera. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I think I got stomach flu or something, bro. He said they were done, bro, but they were like raw, like Taco Bell, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough said, bro. When you come back, when I say come back, when you get ready to fight again, do you plan on staying at the same weight, maybe transitioning, moving around?
Well, I could tell you there was a fight set up recently. There was a fight getting set up, and it was going to be up in the Bay Area. Recently, there was the GBO championship for the light heavyweight or super middleweight. I forgot which one.
175.
Yeah, and because they were like going in back and forth in between, but recently it was between Jose Hernandez and the Rhino Borland.
Okay.
Yeah, he's up in the Bay Area, and so the winner of that, I was letting them know that I wanted to fight him. That's how I wanted to come back and fight because I felt like I could have took care of either one of them easily. It doesn't matter.
And that fight was it light heavyweight?
Light heavyweight. Yeah, I believe they fought at light heavyweight. It might have been super middleweight, but I know they fought twice. So the first one was at light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And the second one was fought like at 172. So I don't know if it was.
So that means you are in the gym. That means you are ready because for that layoff and to come back and just take a title shot, you know your body better than anybody else. So you know that you're ready. You're just waiting for that call. So when do you think that release date is going to come? Are you working on something as we speak?
Yeah, I'm working on something right now with some really close people to me that have came in contact with me. I was still working with them also, Paco Presents. I was working with them also on possibly replacing Borland because he retired.
Okay.
So he won. I was going to fight him. And he retired. He's just got other things going on. Whatever's going on in his life, I wish him the best. And so from there, they didn't know where to go, and they felt like they could bring me up there and be a ticket seller up there because I got a lot of family in the Bay Area, and I made a little bit of a fan base when I was out there at Andre Ward's gym, and they know people from Fresno come with me up there, so they kind of, we're kind of like putting their eggs in my basket, and so now, like I'm just open to what's going on, and so I have some more people coming to the table with another idea that I like.
I'm looking at your frame, and I can see you at 175s easily. I can see that. I mean, that's probably your walking around weight. But I can actually even see you even at cruiserweight. You ever thought about cruiserweight?
Yeah, I actually have. I've thought about moving around weight classes. Like, am I the most comfortable a little bit lighter? Yeah, because you want to be the bigger man in those weight classes. Like if I'm at 160 or 168, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have thought about going. I mean, if it makes sense, if the fight makes sense at 175 or even cruiserweight, what is that, 190?
190.
The right guy, it makes sense to me because I've looked at the cruiserweight and I've looked at the smaller title belts up there because, I mean, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. I still only have 12 fights, so I'm still down there. I'm not at a WBO, WBC title fight yet. So I'm looking at these other titles, and some of those cruiserweights, they don't look too good to me. They don't look like that. They don't scare me. That they don't impress me. I feel like either myself or even probably one of the best opponents that I've had is Kilo could beat whoever's in that weight class right now that is at our level. So I would possibly go up to cruiserweight, come back down to light heavyweight, go back down to middleweight, kind of like something like Conor McGregor's doing in the UFC, but doing it in boxing. If it makes sense, I'm gonna do it.
Exactly, and I like that plan. A lot of it is, it's really not jumping around. It's where you're at that weight and taking on the fight. Almost like we talked about MMA, Cowboy Cerrone, whatever weight he's at. I mean, the man will just get ready to fight. But I know some cruiserweights out there. I know two that come to mind. There's a guy from Oregon named Mike White Delight Williams. And then, of course, you got Sacramento's. You got Blake the Beast McLernan. I know those are two recognized cruiserweights. And Kilo, I believe Kilo's still fighting at 160s. I'm not too sure. Because Kilo, well, first of all, congratulations on Kilo taking care of business this Saturday. 3rd round knockout. Back in the win column, you're back and doing what you do, and that's knocking people out. And also his brother Hector Madera, the Madera brothers did really well. Hector with a unanimous decision victory, and then Blake, congratulations on your victory as well. Unanimous decision, you retained your bout, and that's Toscano Productions. That's Big Dog Athletics too. Big Dog Athletics, boxing athletics, man. A big shout out right there to Stockton, California. On Stockton, California, I got some news for you guys coming up soon, and I'm gonna make sure I touch on it on the show. Me and my man Shally, we getting ready to take over the 209. Yes, I said it. The Fighter's Voice is getting ready to take over the 209. So I'm going to get all these text messages and emails. I welcome it. I love it. I embrace it. Just like the Smoke Show here. Now listen, I know you got a game plan. I know there's some things that you want to accomplish before you go out. And it's all business. I know there's some unfinished business with you and Kilo Madera. When I say that, it's because it's not so there's unfinished business or stuff unsettled. I'm talking about the fight that lived up to all the hype. It lived up to all the expectations. There was nobody moving around, holding on or grasping. There was knockdowns. There was getting up. Both men were hurt. That uppercut you landed, when I saw Kilo's look up at the stars, and then how he was able to take that right hand and come back with that left hook, that seesaw battle. Why not let it happen again? Are you open for that? If the fight was right, if the weight was right, and of course, financially for both of you.
Of course, I'm open to it. Me and Kilo have talked about it many times.
Oh, good.
We camped together and we've talked about it. Of course, we're up for it. It's got to make sense. And when I say it makes sense, is the money's got to be right for both of us because we both know we gave a piece of ourselves in that fight.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a fight. It wasn't just another fight. We gave emotions. We gave everything. We even hugged after. We knew we did something in there. Even like months after when we came together in Andre's camp, we knew that was something special. We were the main event that night.
That moved Fresno. That was televised. Dude. That moved Fresno. And us as the fans, journalists, writers, we should sit back and say, no, I like to see Smoke fight him. But I go, no, but I want to see this guy with this guy. I want to see Madman against this guy. And then I want to see, because I would always think, I was saying, well, who would win? Because they would ask me who would win. And I would say, next question, because I wouldn't address it at the time. But I knew deep down who would, I had everybody crossing everybody. I didn't have one person sweeping everybody. I said, well, this guy matches up better with this guy, but this guy matches up better with this guy, and it was just fun-filled for the fans, and I enjoyed it, and I'd like to see it happen before it doesn't happen.
He got blood all over my camera.
Oh, did he?
when you hit Kilo, the blood flew all over my camera.
You got a voice, huh, Mike? Every fighter has a voice. I was waiting for you to pop in.
Yeah, that was funny, man.
Mike, introduce yourself, my man, and your handle.
Mike, Reza, behind the gloves, Fighter's Voice, any and everything. I do it all.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, in that fight, the camera was right there. My girl was taking pictures. I was maybe a row back. He hit Kilo with that uppercut. Blood flew up.
I remember that uppercut.
My girl sends me a picture. The camera was just soaked in blood.
Yeah.
People that were right there in the front row had to get their chips taken back because it was covered in blood.
I didn't realize it till after the fight when I went back to the dressing room and started undressing. I had blood all the way down to my socks. Like my shoes were, I mean, we always wear brand new shoes in because we want to look good.
Yeah.
My shoes were just done. They're training shoes now. And then my socks were like bloody all the way down. There was just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it till I went back and looked at myself. I was like, wow. And then I've seen the videos. I'm like, Jesus, you don't even know that's going on like that. I see the blood. I knew I couldn't see out of my eye the whole fight after the first round, but I didn't know there was that much blood everywhere because I'm so focused on Kilo, and I know he was focused on me, you know?
Yeah. Now, how did that conversation take place? Because I heard your corner went in there, they wanted to stop it. And you said, no, hell no. So,
Yeah.
I mean, do you remember that part? Do you remember them wanting to stop it? I think it was in the third they wanted to stop it. Or they brought the doctor in.
Yeah, well, okay, so in the first, at the end of the first, when I believe it happened at the end of the first, right, when we clashed heads, I went and sat down, and I couldn't see out that eye. And Coach B came. He asked me if I'm okay, and I told him I can't see out my left eye. And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I can't see out my left eye." And he like waved over there. I was like, "I can't see nothing." And he's like, "What about your other eye?" And it was at that time it was blurry because we just smashed heads, and so it was kind of like, I don't want to say I was concussed already, but it was blurry, like, you know, my right eye.
Oh, hell yeah, you were. You took some shots that fight.
Yeah.
He was too.
Yeah,
That's a boxing match.
And so that my vision was in my right eye is all I had, but that was blurry. I was kind of seeing two of what he was saying, and so I was like, I'm okay. And then the doctor came over, and he was asking how everything's going, and Coach B, I mean, obviously that was his first time in that situation.
Yes.
He kind of just, he didn't know what to say to the doctor. He was just letting the doctor check me out, and he was asking him, you know, how's your fighter look? Is he responding to this, responding to that? And before Brian could say anything, I was laying that in Coach B's hands.
Yeah.
But Rick came flying over and was like yelling at the doctor, "Don't stop the fight! Don't stop the fight!" I remember he came flying over.
Which Rick? Repo or Rick Meridian?
Rick Meridian.
Okay.
And then Repo was right there too, because Repo has always been on my side. He's always had my back. And I mean, I wasn't even paying him nothing, you know. He was just
that's
there.
when, honestly, Repo gets a bunch of rap from people who really don't know him, but that's a dude you want on your side, honestly.
Oh yeah, but Repo's a good dude. He wanted me in that to win that fight because he wanted to take me to the money team. He wanted me to be Floyd Mayweather after that. And so, but anyways, he was yelling, "No, stop this fight! It's a no contest." And then him and Rick were kind of both yelling at the doctor, but I believe the doctor listened to Rick because, you know, it was his show. And so after that round, I was just shocked, like I can't see, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then so I went back into the second round. After that, when it came into the third round, when the doc came back in the third round, that's when I started. You know, I was into the fight.
Yeah.
I was all in at that point. I was like, nah, like I told Coach B, don't let him stop it. You know, we're not stopping this. Like, you know, I'm already too much into it. I felt like I could beat Kilo because I was hitting him. Yeah, I mean, Kilo was hitting me. I'm not gonna lie, Kilo was hitting me with some shit that I couldn't even see because I had one eye.
Yeah.
But when I was hitting him, I was like, and I'd see him wobble a few times. I'm not gonna say I wobbled him every time, but I was like, I could finish him. And even when I hit him with that uppercut, I hit him and I didn't realize I had wobbled him because I couldn't see. And I heard Coach B, and I always listened for him saying, "Finish him, he's wobbled." And I remember I swung again like twice and completely missed because I couldn't judge my distance.
Yeah.
And that's what I was waiting for, something to hit him with and then finish him. And I felt like I could do that, but I was blind.
You hit the canvas in the fourth round?
I believe the fourth and the fifth. Okay. I hit it twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember what you did. It's the first time that you hit the canvas. The following round, you attacked him after the knockdown.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was going, look at this freaking dude here.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a camera guy sitting next to me, and you're not supposed to stand up or anything. And if it was on the podcast, I would say exactly what he said. But he goes, these blankers are bringing it.
Yeah.
I remember he said, and he stood up. Because, I mean, you've been on the panel, Mike. You can't stand up. You can't really show emotion. You can clap when there's a good round. But if you start standing up like a fan, you'll lose your credential and to say, see you later. Get out of here.
Okay.
I mean, no selfies or nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's all professionalism. This guy stood up, man, and just lost it. Because it was a good fight, man. And I bring that up because I'd like to see it happen again. I mean, you brought Fresno, both you and Kilo. You guys promoted yourselves because it was all true. It was all 100%. Rick Meridian, of course, did a great job. But it was easy for him because if you put two lions together and put one piece of steak in the middle, it's going to promote itself.
Yeah.
So enough said. I'm not taking anything away from you, Rick. I don't need text or email or nothing like that. I'm still on the Rick Meridian team. Okay? But here we go. I want to talk about November 7th. We talked about the MMA part, but let's talk about, I don't know if you've been following the Contender Series. Okay? Because, I understand. I believe you had the gag order. You knew some stuff nobody even knew about, but we'll talk about that because we've closed the gap since then. Fresno's own Marco Madman Hernandez. He's going to be on the last fight that leads up to the co-main event and then the main event. I believe he's fighting the guy he's fighting. His last name is Cash. But for Marco to come back and just have that opportunity, put up a good account of himself. I'll be honest, man. I had him in. Valdivia real close, man. That was a good fight. I mean, but I didn't see it all. You saw all the highlights and stuff.
Me too. I saw the highlights. I didn't see it.
I wanted to see the whole fight.
And like you said, I had some behind the scenes. Because I just came out of camp with Marcos right when he went to that. We were in Kid Chocolate's camp together.
Okay.
And me and him got really close there. Before then, we were cool. We were already sparring partners before that. We sparred each other, getting ready for. He helped me get ready for the Kilo fight. He came in and tried his best to fight like Kilo. And he's tall like Kilo and long. And so we already had a relationship, but we went to Kid Chocolate's camp together. And we were there, and Kid Chocolate was based at Andre Ward's camp. And so me and him got really close there. And then, of course, Andre Ward was the host. And so I can't tell you which one of them because either one will get in trouble. Which one of them let me know the outcome of that fight. But I knew when it happened, that fight. And I could tell you I wasn't shocked at the outcome. But after everything that everyone tells me, you know, that like how it went, I would like to see it like for myself to judge it, you know. But I've like you, I've seen all the highlights, and I kind of didn't go watch it because I knew the outcome. Yeah, you know, I was like, oh, well, I know Marcos wins, so like, you know, and I felt like, and knowing that, I was like, okay, Marcos must have won decisively, not like he beat the crap out of Valdivia, but he must have won decisively. But hearing everyone saying like some people think Valdivia won, like still won, and some people believe Marcos won. Yeah. So you know that the way I know Marcos, he's a great boxer and. He's fast. He's got all the tools, and
pretty slick too.
And I could see him winning that fight because I've sparred them both, and Marcos gives me the most trouble. Daniel's a little bit faster than him, and he throws more power shots, but they're not as calculated as Marcos. Yeah. After sparring, and I've sparred them both numerous times, and Marcos gives me the most trouble. Some people you just have their number. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you know what I mean? Like some people have my number. Yeah. Some people have my number. So with me and Valdivia, when I get inside on him. It bothers him. When I go inside on him, it bothers him. So when I go inside with Marcos, he invites it. He wants me to come inside because he knows it's going to make him better.
Kind of luring you.
Yeah, luring me in, and he invites it. Whether I'm getting the upper hand or not, he invites it. He wants it.
He welcomes it.
Yeah.
So what did you notice about that fight? I mean, we didn't get to see the fight, just the highlights. Did you notice anything different? Because I'm gonna tell you my take on it when Valdivia and Marcos was on there. And let me say it was one hell of a fight, one hell of a contest. And I will say that Marcos does respect Valdivia, and Valdivia does respect Madman Hernandez. What did you notice different about any of it?
They both took some shots, man.
Okay.
Like I didn't know that. I knew they had chins, but when you watch those highlights, and of course, you know, the contender makes it real dramatic and slows it down, you see the shot that they take, and I wasn't shocked that they stood up to it. Daniel, because I mean, I've seen him get knocked down a lot now. You know, he's, as you said, he's not as calculated. So when he throws some of those punches, they're a little wide. He leaves himself open.
A little open for the counter. I've noticed that.
And I mean, I think we talked about that one of his fights. That the way he was throwing his punch, he was going to get caught, and that's what happened. Yeah. So in that one, you know, he was throwing those punches a little wide, and I was thinking if he gets caught, he's going down. He didn't go down. I was like, you know, I wasn't shocked that he took it that way. So I mean, it was a good fight, but same as you said, I want to see the whole thing because from the highlights, they make it look like it could have been a draw.
Well, I noticed one thing right off the bat, that Daniel fought differently. Mm-hmm. He fought flat-footed, and I'm thinking maybe it's because he's naturally 154s, maybe because of the extra weight 160s, but he fought. But so is Madman. He moved up. But you knew he was going to move up because of his shoulders and his height, his attributes, his length, etc. But Daniel fought differently. He stood toe-to-toe. Yeah. He fought a different fight as if to say, you're going to respect me for this fight. And when you say both men took shots, any other man probably wouldn't have. It's just like fighting your brother. It's fighting like another. That was like a home, like Kilo and Joe. That's why Joe said, "Don't stop the fight. I'm going to fight." Yeah. Because I'm going to go out on the shield, and I still think until the bell rings that I can still win this fight and land that punch because I truly believe. So I think that's the way that fight went down. And that was the best fight on there.
Oh yeah,
it was definitely. And what I didn't mention in the co-main event, you got Michael Moore versus Eric Walker. I thought Eric Walker should have been in the final. I thought Eric Walker won that fight. Yeah. That's me personally. In the main event, of course, you got Shane Mosley Jr. against Brandon Adams. I thought Eric Walker beat Brandon Adams from the highlights. But again, I'm not watching the fight.
Have to watch the whole
You're just watching the whole fight.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard. Is it was close, but you don't see the whole thing, so it makes it hard. Yeah. Now Shane Mosley though. I'm surprised. I thought he was going to get wiped out in the first round. I'm not going to lie.
I was very surprised.
I've seen him fight since he started, and I was like,
I actually did too. Impressed. After seeing his name and then seeing that he's in the final, I thought the same exact thing. Like I'm not going to lie, I've been paying attention. Yeah. And I should because it's around my weight class. But because I was going for Markey, and then I realized he wasn't in, I was like, okay, I really don't care. You know, I was like, I really don't care no more. But then I seen Shane Mosley in there, and I followed his career too, and I was like, how the hell did he make it? Because he's had a reputation of not being tough, not being as good as his father. Not that he's not good, but he's not living up to the things that they say, and he's taking a couple of losses. And that doesn't mean everything. I've taken a couple of losses, but the losses were like not too close.
Great. Yeah. His, I mean, the one he lost in Australia, that was I did not expect him to show up that way, and then to see him fight how he has in the tournament, I was like, damn, like, where did this come from? Like, did his dad whoop him or something?
A guy like that who has the upper hand and everything. I mean, he's got the lineage, he's got the teacher and the father, and he's got the backing in his father and the name. You would think that, like, I mean, if you give me that, I'm an Olympic gold medalist. You give Marcos that, he's an Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? We get those gifts. He's been boxing since he was younger. That's why I feel like, damn, how'd he make it? Because he still ain't made it yet. He's got an upper hand on everybody, and now he is though.
He's earning it. He's earning it. That's the thing.
And I wanted to ask you this. I didn't get a chance to ask you. How come you didn't get the call? Were you invited to the house?
You know what? I didn't even know about it. Marky told me about it. Like while we're like 2 weeks before he was going, because he had to be tight-lipped about it. And he was hoping to get picked for it. And then when he started telling me about it, like when we were talking, what do you have coming up? And he's like, oh, I might have a fight coming up, And I was like, oh, okay, and then like a little bit later, like Andre came to the ward and asked us, oh, what do you guys got coming up? And I was telling him the things that I got coming up. And then he would ask Marcos, and then Marcos didn't even know that Andre was going to be on the show too. It was a funny thing, and he was kind of tight-lipped again. Like when he said it this time to Dre, he was like, I might have a fight. He's like, I'm not sure that I'm waiting for the call. And then that's when I was like, I think you're fighting, And then me and him were driving together one day, and I kind of got it out of him. And then, but by that time when he told me about it, people kind of call in to like, your manager, like your team gets you on there. Okay. Or like kind of like Shane Mosley got picked on there because he's Shane Mosley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marky is connected with Al Heyman. And Al Heyman did and Pete Lopes did the best they could to get him on. They did what they could to get him on the show, to present him. Like, this is what he's got. This is what he has to offer. Yeah. Let's get him on there. You know what I mean? Another guy that what they talked about getting on there too, who would have been good, was Aaron Coley from the Bay Area.
That would be a great pick.
Yeah, but he didn't get to make it, I think, because he had other fights lined up, or maybe the money wasn't right, something like that. But yeah, these guys have some kind of backing to where they, it's not just the backing, but their people push them into
People created the opportunity for them.
Thank you. Took it. That's what I was like. They created opportunities for them, from what I know.
Well, hey, man, I'm here to try to create my opportunity because I truly believe I belong. I truly believe I can do this at the highest level, period. I really do. If I didn't, then I'm in the wrong business. And it's just getting that opportunity, because you have these guys, and I know you sit back, Joe, and you go, oh, man, how did that guy? I know we talked about the cruiserweights. I know I can beat this guy, or I know this guy doesn't really show me something special. But until you get that opportunity, then it's never going to happen. Mm-hmm. So they're backing their team, their agency, got them the opportunity. It's very important that you do have an opportunity, an agency to get you that opportunity. And I'm glad here at the Fighter's Voice, we got a PR person, we got an engineer person, we got, you name it, man. It's coming together little by little, man. And we had a meeting before, and we were just talking about some things that we need to iron out, man. But sky's the limit. And I talked about 209. Right? I'm going to leave it at that. But 209, get ready. The Fighter's Voice is going to come. The takeover is coming. Invite us. Embrace us, because we're coming. We're coming with the A-team, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because now you guys get a platform. Dang, that stuff keeps slipping out, man. I got to be quiet about that. Yeah, exactly. Just like an organ, huh? Did that slip out too? My bad. Listen, Mike, I know you got some news for us. I got to give you your own segment, man. Cole has his own, and now that you changed the schedule, you're going to be a part of the show every Tuesday. So when Cole gets the hell out, you slide right in and give us all the juice of the boxing news. Real quickly, man, tell us what's going on. What do you know?
So far, December 8th, the last HBO card.
Yes.
Chocolatito's going to finish it.
Okay.
Problem is he's going up against Lomachenko's card. Probably not going to draw too much.
Ooh.
And that Lomachenko card, that's going to have the Heisman lead in.
Yeah.
Lomachenko, Pedraza, Dogby against Navarrete. If you've watched Bean Sports, that guy's a dog, man. That kid from Mexico is a dog.
Yeah. That's
going to be a good fight. And then I'm trying to remember what the first one is. They have another one. I'm sleeping on right now, but they have a good card set up there. This Saturday you got the best cruiserweight in the world, Usyk. To me, he's maybe pound for pound the best fighter. He's taking the best people on. Fighting Tony Bellew. Respect for Bellew for taking that fight. He could have just sat at home, done whatever. He's taking this fight serious. I don't see him winning it, but man, that guy got some balls to take that fight.
Exactly. Tell us your take on so far on how that tournament's taking place.
The which one?
On the tournament, the 140 tournament.
Oh,
Is it falling into place exactly the way you anticipated it to? Or is there some changes?
Yeah. No, I pretty much. I think Regis is going to win that tournament. I keep in contact with him pretty, frequent. I've told him I thought he was going to win the tournament. Taylor looked good on Saturday.
Yeah.
But Martin didn't really do nothing, which kind of shocked me because me and Regis had talked about it, and we thought Ryan Martin was another one that could have done something. So and then Regis looked really good against Flanagan, and Flanagan's a tough fighter to look good against because he's not the kind of guy that comes at you. He just So I see it's going to happen, but we've talked about Regis, the fighter that Taylor's fighting.
Yeah,
that's going to be tough, man. That kid, he told Regis back when they first set up, "I'll see you in the final." He told him in front of everybody. He told Regis, "It's me and you. Don't worry about it. Nobody else is going to be there." And
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I could take a part of it. Okay, so talking about Regis' progress. Talk about impressive. I'm impressed with this dude, and I'm impressed.
Swag, man. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's his game.
I'm impressed with that, and I'm impressed with his backing, and I'm impressed with the marketing. Some of it's not even marketing; it's his backing.
It's just him,
dude. He's got Tyrann Mathieu at his fights. He's got. I see on his Instagram because I follow him on Instagram too. He's got Tyrann Mathieu. Isn't Lil Wayne his manager?
No, but he's with Wayne.
Yeah, he's with the sports agency, right? I was like, well, he's got Wayne and Wayne giving him shots out. How much bigger does it get to that? He's got athletes all over. He's got what's his name? Patrick Peterson coming to his fights and giving. He's got NFL stars giving him shout outs, and I'm like, this is crazy. I'm looking at this is crazy, and I'm just seeing that's pretty special to me. Like now I don't know what's going to happen in the 140 division. Of course, I'm a pick our guy Jose, but I'm looking at dude and just. Jose's a bigger dude than him, period. So that just looks like a mismatch to me. But I mean, Progress has got the goods to give him a good fight. But looking at the backing though, without even having someone like Rick just continuously pushing him, he's got a pretty good backing with him. With Lil Wayne, what's that one dude? The movie director also.
Peter something.
Yeah, he's got stars coming to his fights. It's like it's always like I've seen the front row and you see NFL stars at everyone. I'm like, wow, they really backed this dude.
Yeah, actually, what's the name? Gave him a shout out. Well, about not too long ago, about maybe 5 months ago. Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, he was at the other fight.
Too,
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's respectable. Yeah. And also, what's the name? Who's the guy? Gosh, he gave the Fighter's Voice a little shout out, man. From Saved by the Bell.
Mr. Belding?
No. Mario.
Mario Lopez.
Yeah. I mean, so when you got dudes like that acknowledging you, I mean, you're doing something right. And it's that swag too. That swag, that edge. How do you tell him you're not going to win?
Oh yeah, he
thinks he's taking over the 140 division without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, remember he walked up to Crawford and told him, "I'll whoop your ass." I mean, you don't walk up to Crawford and say that. And Crawford, I mean, you see when he tried to do the Benavidez at the weigh-in, Crawford respected him for walking up there. And saying something like that, he didn't go at him. He was like, okay, when we fight, we'll fight.
Okay, here's something that I wanted to say. It has nothing to do with any of this or that. I'm just going to say it right now. Okay, check this out. We saw the Benavidez fight. We saw the brace how he couldn't push off there. Okay, when he was getting hit and just looking at his stomach, right? What do you think Jose Ramirez would have been doing? Jose would have been giving him angles, moving around. He would have been hitting him back, going to the body. Jose, I'm not saying right now, this minute, but what do you think Ramirez would have been doing? He wouldn't have been saying, look at my bonzo, I'm getting hit. He would have been freaking giving him angles, going to the body, and giving him some shots. That would have been one hell of a fight. And see, Rick already knows that. That stuff's brewing now. Yeah. In about a year, when Jose moves up to 147s, I'm looking forward to that.
Well, he still got to go through. He still has to go through Progress. So that's going to be a battle. I can't wait for that.
140s is fire. Oh, yeah. I mean, the division 140s is fire. 147s is fire. I mean, even the middleweight is fire. We're finally getting that boxing back.
They're all under the zone right now. Every champion is under the zone.
Exactly, but they got to start fighting each other.
Oh, well, I mean, Canelo and Jacobs, from what I've heard, that's already something that's brewing in the background as long as Canelo wins.
Well, yeah. See, I don't like that. I don't like when they start, all that money, they start saying, okay, Joe, you're going to fight this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. But even though me and Joe, we're going to have a plan, man, we just got to lay some things out, man. Oh, yeah. I'll be honest with you. I had a conversation with Joe. I said, Joe, why don't you do this? Why don't you? I said, Richard, well, it's not that easy. It's not that I don't want to. And we talked about opportunity, talk about having the right team and the right plan. Because I watch these guys, man. And if I reach out to them, it's because I like them or I see something in them. And if I don't, I'm sorry, man. You probably disconnected me or something, or I disconnected you. It's just the way it goes. There's no love lost. It's just all business, man. Here to promote the fighter, give him a plateau to come over here and talk. Now, I got to ask you one last thing before we go, because that's going to be the end of the show, huh? I think we're winding down in 2 minutes. When do we get Michelle back on the show? Because I did reach out on my own. She goes, yeah, let me know. But I kept it business. get beat up.
Again, she's over there in Europe right now.
Man.
She's there for fight week. She's probably going to be back as long as we're back in LA
Yeah.
for Wilder Fury. We'll talk to her.
We got to talk about that credential, because we're setting it out there to Fighter's Voice to go represent. We're going to go check out that Tyson Fury and Wilder, trying to go cover that, man. Anything you want to say, man? Any shout outs or anything? And when can we see you next, man? Because I want to have you on quarterly as we progress. Because I don't want you to be on here and then I don't hear from you again. Because I know we're going to get together soon and we're going to be talking off camera about some things, see if we can help each other out.
Yeah, I just got. Can we drop?
Got to get well, huh?
I do.
No, you can do whatever you want on here.
Okay. So November 21st at Maya Theater, they back me up, and they're gonna have me and Marky Hernandez.
Okay, Madman.
We're gonna be there for the
exhibition sparring.
No. We do spar. We're going to spar soon. The Creed 2 premiere. So we're gonna be there doing radio at B95 and signing autographs.
Actually, I think that's when we have. Not to interrupt you, I think that's when we have Stitch on the show. But go ahead, finish.
Okay, yeah. So November 21st, we're going to be at Maya Theater at the premiere for Creed. Me and Marcos Madman Hernandez. We're going to be there greeting all the fans. It's just going to be a good time. So that's the only plug I got right now. And I got fight news coming soon, but it's going to be in 2019, and I'm turning it up 2019.
I'm looking forward to that, man. Anything you want to add?
I know it's been a couple weeks, but to my team, Selma Bandits, I know we took a loss a couple weeks ago in the playoffs. Just want to let you know I love you kids, and we'll be back next year.
That's what's up right there. And actually, I think the Fighter's Voice. Did you say November 21st?
November 21st.
We can go invade that thing, man.
Let's just go. Get out there.
We can go invade that thing right here, man. Hey, listen, don't forget tomorrow, the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast, because we're kicking everybody's ass. There's different podcasts, but we're the one kicking all the ass. Tomorrow, the Cole-Escovedo will be here the entire show. We got a guest to be named because it's kind of still up in the air. We just got to get some things clear before we can really go there. Remember, as always, I dedicate this to my son. Te quiero mucho, mijo Richie. I love you with all my heart. Thumbs up for reaching into
Never
rock.
Down for the count. It's just another wrap. Thanks for listening to the Fighter's Voice Radio Show. Catch us again next week.
Same when, same how.
And always stay connected to the Fighter's Voice on social media. So, on behalf of Richard-Ortiz, Cole-Escovedo, our special guests, and the whole crew right here at the Fighter's Voice Radio Show, saying see ya next week, right here on the Fighter's Voice.